The trade unions enables Court of Appeal. Gives me a 5% increase in the tax rate. It gives me some minuses as well in percentages for various things like mines, but I can put up with that because of the increase that I get overall from having the what are the Courts of Appeal. Sorry. Okay, ancillary gained. Banker -5 recruitment rate for all land units in this region. Right, excellent. Maybe I've got a feature of somebody that I can use. So I'll have a look at the ministers in a minute. Unit recruited. Ship. Good. I did say I was going to go for coffee, didn't I? Changed my mind. I'm not going for coffee anymore. The price of coffee, I either got it wrong in the first place or it's changed because it's definitely gone down on the market. And I'm not buying coffee in at that price if I can get... what is it? I can't even remember what we're getting now. Oh, furs, isn't it, I think? Right, okay, from here. Right, there we go. I'll just show you that, actually, as a matter of interest, to tell you why my decision's been made on that basis. There you go. Coffee is worth 13, whereas furs are worth 17. So, I mean, it's a good... I don't know what that is in terms of percentage-wise. I haven't got time to figure that one out now as I'm talking there. But that's quite a substantial difference. And I get there quicker as well to the furs than I would. And, of course, it's less risky to be in the Black Sea. So, anyway, let's... see if we can find that minister. See if I can actually find a minister that's some use. Where is he? I don't know. Right, there should be one in here called Banker or something. What's that? Banker. Right. Well, let's try putting Banker in the Treasury and see if it makes a difference, eh? Has that made any... It's made no difference whatsoever, has it? No difference at all. Darn. Which one am I going to kick? Well, he's got Banker already, so I'm tempted to sort of keep him. Let's kick the army one. Nothing at all. Totally useless, so I don't know. Right, I did say earlier that I was going to upgrade Moscow, and I talked about trying to repeat history. Let's see if I can get a decent infrastructure. In the beginning I was a bit reticent about building roads, but now I'm thinking I will do, because it'll improve the economy, and we do struggle with the economy on here. By the way, there's a merchant's house. Main reason for getting that one is regional wealth I should say, and plus 12 to turn wealth in the region as well. So, and it also gives plus turn to town wealth in all my regions as well. So it's quite a beneficial thing to have, of course. Right, St. Petersburg, I haven't even got a barracks up here. Somebody said to me I need to now start thinking about where I'm going to be making money and where I'm going to need to be making troops, etc. And that's what I've put a lot of thought into. And certainly all these areas around here, if Napoleon does come through with a load of guards and stuff, I want to make sure that I've got plenty of places that I can recruit people from. Okay, well, 622 only left in the pot. I suppose I could go for another ship, couldn't I? Because I've got more money than I expected to have when I worked all of this out on paper. But oh well, never mind. I'll just give you a quick look though at Zagreb and see where we are. We've got some French armies around here. They don't look too threatening at the moment, do they? Fairly big, but I would expect now we're up to full. Let's have a look. Yep, absolutely full. And we can even recruit in there as well if we like. Mind you, we haven't got enough money for any musketeers at the moment, but it's looking good for us in there. There's no doubt about it. 19 in there, and we've got the walls almost constructed as well. Only 2 turns away from doing that. I'm hoping this is going to be some kind of outpost for my Russian Empire, something that will absorb the waves of Napoleon's attacks, like I did in Empire Total War, that fortress that I had near Paris that he exhausted all his resources on. I don't know what happens in this game, really. I haven't seen it yet when somebody attacks a fortress. How many troops do I need to have in there for him to attack it, or will he simply siege it? Out there on its own, he's likely to siege it. So I need really to know the optimum number of troops to have in there. In Empire Total War, I would know. I'd reduce that army in there to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably to about this, about 8 men in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10, 8 to 10 infantry. No cavalry, no artillery in there, because there'd be absolutely no need to have any of it. But anyway, I don't know that in this game, so I am sort of learning as I go along a bit as well, rather than sort of teaching you the benefits of my experience of fighting several campaigns. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Seems to be going well so far. Assassination attempt. Kutuzov. Conspiracy. Attempted murder. General has left him fighting for his life, and he's been returned to the capital to heal his wounds. He'll not be fit to command for some weeks. Oh, brilliant. That's Kutuzov. Kutuzov, I think, was in one of my forward positions. I need to check that. Intellectual advance, abolition of slavery. Look, it keeps wanting me to have this diamond formation, doesn't it? Well, I'm not going to go for it. Spy network established. That just means he's been in the place for some time now. Now, something seemed to change colour on here. I'm just looking at the bottom left-hand map now to find out what that might be. Well, that's still Austria. And that's still Austria. Something during that move seemed to change colour down here at some point, and I don't quite know what that was. Anyway, it can't be my area, surely, because otherwise I'd have been offered the battle. No, it isn't. So, anyway, the Austrians are still there, and we're still here, so I don't quite know what happened there. Maybe I imagined that, but okay, late January 1807, so we're in the second part of the January 1807. I'm not going to get that tech, as I said. I'm going to get rid of it. This one here, mass production. I'm getting. I get -1 for happiness for industrialisation, -4 recruitment cost for land units, which is good for me because I will be recruiting some decent quality land units soon. -4 recruitment cost for all naval units in all your regions, so that's got to be good as well, because I am always recruiting ships, not big ones I must admit at the moment, but anyway, I can now suffer the -1 on happiness as well, can't I? So or -1 happiness I should say. Okay, so I'm going for mass production on there. Goodness me, I was reading from January 1st. I write my notes as January 1 and January 2 for the first and second part, basically. A bit boring, a bit anarchy, I know, but I have to have something that I can follow so I know what I'm doing. Now, the factory, that's enabled me to build this factory that I need now. As you know, I need this factory to move forward for my economy. Where is it? Come on, you know where Moscow is, don't you, by now? Where is it? There. And up here is my factory. Do you remember it got damaged in the revolution? That was for 4 turns. It's now back. I can now get it. I can now upgrade it, I should say. That means I can then start to advance my economy. I'll just show you that now. Once I've got the steam-powered factory, I can then get steamship propulsion. But the main thing I can get is limited liability company. That allows me to make my, you can see the bottom of the list there, trading company. It allows me to build a trading company, which means that my merchant ships will come out twice as fast. That's the main thing, or I believe that they will anyway. Also, look at what this gives me as well: 1,000 to the regional wealth instead of 500 to the regional wealth. You know, so there's a big difference there, 500, and of course I can build those all over the place. So, well, wherever I get the opportunity to build one. Okay, talking about building. Up here in Russia, did say I'm building up my resources so that I will be able to withstand an invasion if that were to happen. So I'm building some infrastructure in there, and again we'll have a go at changing the ministers, or rather, kicking the ministers, and see what happens. Oh yes, -2 recruitment cost for all land units in the region, +2 to land military technology research rate, that's good as well, and -2 upkeep costs for all army units. That's a lot, -2% for a nation like mine. If you look at what I'm spending on the army at the moment, I think you can see army upkeep is 10,000. So I mean, 1% of that is why am I doing this quickly? 100, isn't it? So I mean, it's quite a lot of money that I can be saving by having that man in his position. Okay, so I should work these things out, shouldn't I? But I want to move on the turns really, and I'm sure you've got plenty of time to work these things out for yourself if you want to.